This episode is absolutely insane. So the first part, we start off seeing what Jules does. Now, Jules went from going to art school to literally having high profile clients that she is like a sugar baby for. So basically, she does all kinds of crazy stuff. I thought this scene where she's wrapped in saran wrap was like a literal serial killer scene. I thought it was absolutely insane. Yeah. And then the sign where she, like, in the scene where she's telling the guy, like, does your wife know you do this? I thought that was, like, a little invasive for what she was doing. I thought that was very weird. Well, then we go to Cassie and Nate's wedding, and I absolutely can't stand Cassie, and I think I've said this in my last video. Cassie gets on my nerves. Cassie made me feel bad for Nate during this wedding. Literally, she finds out that he owes this much money, and she literally is the cause for all of this because she was the one who demanded that she had these flowers. I think she's very self-absorbed. Like, she can do nothing but blame herself for this because she literally was like, I need these flowers, and they weren't even that wonderful. You're mad because you did not get flowers. So, and then we have the scene where BB is coming up pregnant, and all of a sudden, you know, they like hate her. You can tell they're like trying to snob her. Even Jules is kind of snobbing her. And it's wild to me. I loved her character in the other seasons, and I hope we see her again. But I also felt sad for Maddie in this episode where she attends their wedding, and you can see kind of like, I don't know if it's longing, if it's like sadness when she goes. She gets up and leaves. And then Rue is just a mess. In this episode, we actually see her talking to Fez on the phone, and of course you all know that Angus has passed away and that they're keeping him alive for this season. The creator said that it was his way of honoring him. It felt very weird to watch her talk to him on the phone in the scene. Like, it seemed like it was hard for her to do the scene too. And then you know that Rue is getting herself into a horrible mess in Alamo's crew, basically. You can tell that. And then we're going to come back to Nate. So Nate and Cassie get home, and I literally will not rewatch this episode because of this scene. But Nate gets home. The guy he owes money to is literally like beating the crap out of them. Cassie isn't really getting beat out of the crap. She got like her nose busted, but that's all. Like, and the guy's like, the other guy's sitting over there eating something while he's talking to her. She's crying because she got her nose busted. Not because they're taking her husband up and down the stairs, like beating the living crap out of him. No, not because of that, but because she got her nose busted, and this is her night. And Cassie is so selfish. Yeah, I reiterate, she is so selfish. So she's mad, and then they literally his toe off. And that was the bloody, gory scene. While I will not re-watch this episode ever again because that was so gory. I've seen so much stuff in this show, but I felt like Nate getting his toe off was the worst of the worst of all of this. And there's been a lot of scenes, and even watching Jules with the saran wrap, it made me so uncomfortable, where he is wrapping her up and the only thing you can see, like, it's literally out of like a serial killer documentary.